welcome to the first episode of my podcast. So today is like really off the dome. I didn't write anything down. This is just I want to let you guys know why I want to do this podcast. So initially, my podcast was gonna be regular, normal podcast stuff where we're spending hours talking about other people's business. We gossiping about other people's business and what they got going on, and just worried about everybody else. But I feel like in 2023, that's not what we should be focused on. We should really be focusing on ourselves, mental health awareness, just, you know, self love, manifesting, elevating. That's why this podcast is called Elevate with Tip. Initially, my podcast was going to be called Mind Your Business Tip, but that was basically because everyone on Instagram, or on social media, period, anytime that I make a comment or if I have an opinion or I post something about someone else's business, people will be like, mind your business tip. You always posting, you always in someone else's business. And I really feel like being fake is the new normal. So when you are one of the few that keep it real, when you keep it real, people don't know how to recognize that that's real shit. So when I'm commenting, I'm doing the same thing that everyone else on social media is doing. We're scrolling and we're giving our opinion. We're judging others. That's what social media is for, whether you like it, want to believe it or not. You're on social media to look, what is this girl wearing? What is she doing today? What is this guy wearing? What is he doing today? What is this celebrity doing? Why they got this on? Why they still having kids? You know what I'm saying? That's like judging, and you, of course, naturally as a human, you're gonna give a reaction and you're gonna, give your opinion, because that's what all social media platforms are about. Why people single me out every time I say something? I usually only speak on things that I know, or about people that I know, whatever the situation is. I'm not really like judging someone like, oh, you're poor, so you shouldn't be doing that, or you can't afford a Lamborghini truck, so you shouldn't be doing that. No, it's more so like, if you're saying you was involved in a situation, or you did something with a person, or a person did something to you, or you was at this place and you spent $100,000. If I was there and I know you didn't spend $100,000, I'll be like, that's a lie. You feel me? That's what I do. I just point out the obvious. But for some reason, everybody be like, oh, Tip is always in somebody else's business. She don't got nothing else to do. She on social media all day. Well, first of all, number one, I have been blessed to be able to make money digitally, like from my bed, because of social media. You know what I'm saying? I worked hard to build my brand and to build my platform. So I am able to make money on social media. So yes, I stay on social media, multiple platforms a day, all day. You feel me? But so like I said, my podcast was gonna be called Mind Your Business Tip, and it was basically gonna be like my last podcast, where we spent an hour talking about other people's business and judging people and giving opinions, when really that's not where we should be. And I know that there are a lot of people out there who have a platform or who are of influence, regardless of how many followers you have. You might be, a local influencer or something like that. But there's a lot of us that, because of our platform, because of our followers, because of your influence, that, people hold you to a certain standard. And so you feel like you have to live up to that every day, when there's a dark side to all of this. You feel me? There's a dark side to being an influencer. There's a dark side to being a mentor. There's a dark side to being a leader. You feel me? Like, we go through times where we don't want to, we might not want to work today. We might be going through bad times, or, mental, like, depression and everything. And, I know firsthand. So the reason why I wanted to change the name of my podcast to Elevate with Tip is because last year, like towards the end of the year, I spent a lot of time in a dark space. I was very depressed, and I couldn't really pinpoint why, but what I knew is that every day I had to wake up and face everyone with a smile on my face, when really that wasn't how I was feeling. And during these dark few months, it was months that everything was like gray, everything was dark. Like, I woke up, my days weren't bright. I didn't hear the birds chirping. I didn't have any ambition. I just woke up and I couldn't figure out what was wrong. But it came, and I was doing that facing this dark time by myself. Like, I didn't feel like I could go on Instagram. I didn't feel like I could call any of my friends. I didn't call my mom because I felt like everyone was holding me to a certain standard. Like, it's like, oh, you're Miami Tip. You're on TV. You're making this amount of money. This is how you should be driving. This is how you should be dressing. This is what you should be doing. And, from a family perspective, it's like, oh, you're the leader of the family. You're the strong one. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like from different angles that I felt like I had to put on a front when really I was breaking down inside. So I really had to face reality with myself. And I think I was just, because of my age, and no, I'm not 40 like a lot of y'all be saying, you know what I'm saying? I just been around running shit for a long, long, long time. But I think with age and like wisdom and stuff like that, and sometimes really taking in the criticism that I get on social media platforms or from close friends and family, having to really take myself apart. Like, I literally the last few months of last year, like, I really, in order to get over my depression, I had to really take myself apart and literally day by day put myself back together, and sometimes that means that you have to face sides of yourself that you might not want to face, you know what I'm saying, or that you're scared to face, or you've never really even thought about facing. I'll give you guys an example. For a long time, my mom, every time she would get mad at me, she'd be like, oh, you're so, your ego is fucked up and you should work on your ego, or, you know what I'm saying, and you're real cocky. And I would be like, this lady is tripping, because to me, ego was like someone who brags and who boasts and who is full of themselves. And I've never, like, I'm as humble as they come. I come from humble beginnings. I come from nothing. I work hard as hell every day from the time I was 13 until now. So I know what hard work is. So I'll never throw in someone's face, you don't have this, or, you know what I'm saying, I'm better than you. Like, that's, in my brain, that's what ego was, or her saying that I'm cocky. And I'm like, I don't do that. But really, there was more to it. Like, and it could, like, I really had to dig in myself and really be like, why is my mom saying that I'm cocky? And I think for me, it came with, I've been getting money since I was 13. I've been popular, you know what I'm saying, since I've been 13, like, worldwide famous, probably since I was 18, once I started dancing. And I'm 18 making thousands of dollars, 30,000 a month, you know what I'm saying? And that's a lot of money to someone who comes from nothing, never seen this money. And for me, I felt like the ego probably, or the cockiness she was talking about, is because I would be like, I could make this money today and I could go back and get it tomorrow. Like, whatever I'm going through in my life, it's like, oh, well, the strip club is there and I'm Miami Tip and I'm going to go get this money and people are going to show me love. It's confidence, but it's also cockiness when in certain situations. So, like, I would say family-wise, it would be like times where, my mom needed something and I'll put, some of my needs first. And it'll be like, well, I'm the one making the money. I'm the one that's helping you, or I'm the one that's doing this for the family or whatever. So y'all gotta wait. And that is cocky. That is ego. You feel me? So it was like little things like that I really had to dig deep into myself and really understand, you are cocky. There's another thing, an alcoholic. You are an alcoholic. For many years, I didn't drink until I turned like 21. And I'm sorry if I'm like all over the place with this podcast, but I just really want to say everything is like off the dome. And this first episode is really just about giving you guys the basis of what my podcast will be about from here on out. Back to during this, these dark months of my life last year, really realizing that I am an alcoholic. I didn't start drinking until I turned 21. Like, I was a late bloomer for a lot of stuff. Although I was out here making money since I was young, I was a late bloomer to trying a lot of stuff. So drinking was one of them. Like, I feel like after my accident is when I started drinking more, because before my accident I probably have like one or two drinks, and when I did start drinking, I would have like one or two drinks and I'll be done. But then after I had my accident, I took 2 years away from the club, and then when I went back, it's like when I started drinking way more. Like, I'll have 10 drinks, you know what I'm saying? Then it just started growing from there. And for like 8 years, I kind of was like real in a comfortable zone. Like, I knew that I had to turn into this fun party girl. I had to turn into this, you know what I'm saying? I had to turn into Tip Drill, and that's basically whatever the people wanted, you know what I'm saying? That really wasn't who I was. And being a dancer, sometimes you have to turn into someone you don't want to be, or being in the public eye, sometimes you have to put on an attitude or an emotion that's really not what you're feeling. So in order to feel that way or to put on this front, you got to drink, or you got to do drugs, or you have to have some kind of, something to make you turn into that person. And for me, it was the alcohol. So for a lot of years, I was in denial, like that I was an alcoholic, because I felt like that I would only drink if I only drink at work. Like I only would drink at work, and I probably work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but I wouldn't drink at home. You feel me? And so I just felt like, okay, I'm not an alcoholic because I'm only drinking at work. I don't drink at home. But really, as soon as I went to work, like I would drink in 4 hours at work. What it would take a month for somebody to drink. Like I could literally drink a bottle of Patron a night, and I'm working 3 nights a week. So then for a lot of times I was able to function with it, but then I guess with age and just so many years of doing it, my body started getting tired of it. So like I started having a bunch of hangovers. So the hangovers would cause me not to go to work. Now I'm missing work. Now I'm missing money. And I'm a Capricorn. I'm a workaholic. I love money. Like my body doesn't function right. Like me sitting in the house knowing that there's money out there for me to get, like that drives me into a deeper depression. So I'm like, damn, now you missed a day of work because you've been drinking. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm starting to pay attention to myself. And then it's like, okay, you're drinking and you have all these major opportunities. Like on Love and Hip Hop, I would have to film. And it'll be like, this is $1 billion network, you know what I'm saying? And they're interested enough in me to give me an opportunity to expand my platform, you know what I'm saying? And really make something on myself on the next level. But I would be like, you know what? I'm going to work and I can make $5,000 at work. So whatever that shit is, I'm going to be late. And whenever I get there, I'll get there. That's the ego, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not thinking it's an ego, because all of this shit is like smoke and mirrors. It's just like I've been doing it for so long. It's like, oh, it's normal, but I'm not an alcoholic, or I don't have an ego. You feel me? But that's ego, because it's like, okay, whatever. Because of my comfort zone in the strip club, I know that whatever, and through whatever, I can bounce back, fall back on the strip club. And have to realize, like, the alcohol, the liquor has caused you not to really get to the next level or where you should be, because you're not accepting or acknowledging that you're a real alcoholic. So during these last couple of months of last year, this is what I was going through. Like I had to face it, like, because I kind of seen, it wasn't that my life was like spiraling down financially. Like I still was making money, still was paying my bills, but there were a lot of opportunities that I had that I messed up on, or that I passed up on, just because I was comfortable going to the strip club, making that money, and comfortable getting drunk, and or comfortable, being the party girl, showing up everywhere. Oh, I'm Miami tip, I'm getting shit for free. All the guys want me. I could pick and choose what guy I want. I could pick and choose what girl I want. And that was just like a way of life for me for so long that I just got comfortable. So as you get older, and then I see on Instagram, oh, that's why you're still in the strip club, or you're still in the strip club and you shouldn't be, or you know what I'm saying? That's like one of the main remarks that I get on social media. No, you're not supposed to care what other people think. And for a long time I did it. You can ignore it for a long time, but sometimes you really have to face the truth. And it's like, why is everybody saying that? But like, I thought it was cool. It was like, I'm in the strip club, but I'm still making more than a doctor a year. You feel me? I don't dance anymore. I gave myself that goal not to dance when my son turned 16, and by the grace of God, I was able to accomplish that. But I still do bottle service, and I'm still like, I still make more than the average American. So it's like comfort for me. But then it's like you have so many more opportunities, bigger opportunities, that to where you wouldn't even have to be in the club. You know what I'm saying? Because it came to a point where I started hating the club. And this is, I feel like, how I started going into depression, where it was like, why am I still here? And why do I have to go to the strip club? Then I go to the club and people are like, oh my God, you're Miami Tip. I just saw you on TV and I just saw you on TV and you're here, So I really never had to really face the fact that I'm an alcoholic until things started falling apart. It wasn't financially or nothing. It was just emotionally, my brain, and like seeing things on Instagram and really trying to dig into myself. So I've tried a lot of I'm a hustler, so if I feel like it can make money, I'm gonna do it, and that means even if I don't have a passion for it, if I feel like it could work because of the platform that I have, I will try it. You know, that's how music came along. Music, I didn't grow up like, oh, I want to be the next Lil Kim, or you know what I'm saying, or I'm trying to be the next singer, or I want to be a famous art musician or whatever. That was never my goal. Like, music came to me as a joke. Like, I've always been a big fan of music. Like, I grew up around my dad who produces music and stuff like that. So the music was there and my ear for music was there, but like me being an actual artist was never the goal. But it started as a joke, and what started as a joke turned into me making some money from it. So I'm like, well, shit, how can I really make the most out of this? And I went through the whole music thing. I went through a lot of trials and tribulations. I spent a lot of money on unnecessary things, and after a while music wasn't my passion. You feel me? Like, I paid for writers, I paid for top-notch writers, I paid for top-notch producers, I paid for top-notch videos, you know what I'm saying, because I seen that I was able to make some money off of it. But my passion for it wasn't there. I ended up falling in love with the business. I'm a businesswoman, and I've been like this since I was young. So I fell in love with the business side of music, and because of all the mistakes that I made, I wanted to help any other woman not make the mistakes that I made, and just the ones that were getting into the music business that didn't know the music side. That's what I wanted to do. So I transitioned into management and managing females only. That was also something that was, it was cool, and it was making money, and I was working with people, and I was getting results. But after a while, when I got into the depths of it and really started understanding the business and how artists think, I just started falling out of love with it. And just the treatment that managers get, and I myself, I've done it to my managers and stuff like that. As an artist, you are the boss, but if you can do it by yourself, you would do it by yourself. But you have a team of people who have the connects, or who know what to do, that are telling you what to do or connecting you, and you're just like, well, it comes with the ego. Like, I'm the artist. You know what I'm saying? So that's really not my lane. You feel me? If I could just be someone that's just dealing with the finances on the business side and really helping bringing in the money without being a day-to-day manager for an artist, then it would work for me. So I tried the management thing. That didn't work. But I wrote a book after my accident. In 2012, I wrote a book. I've always been a reader. I've always been a writer since a little girl. Like, I have stories that I've written. I've always, throughout my years, like, I write a lot. I write a journal. I write stories. So while I was healing and getting myself together after my accident, I wrote a book. And the book, I just wrote it. I didn't have no plans for it or anything. But then I was like, you know what? Let me just post it on Instagram just to see. But there was like no marketing strategy behind it or nothing. And I really thought that it was going to be uncool, because it's like, ain't no strippers writing books. You feel me? Ain't no girl from the hood writing books. Obviously, there's urban literature and stuff like that, but this was my mentality. So I'm like, it is not gonna be cool. I'm gonna post on Twitter and Instagram that I'm writing a book, and nobody's gonna care. So I just posted it. When I say just off of like the pages, the screenshots of the pages, that everybody went crazy, I got crazy ass feedback. I was like, oh shit, I make a little money. Now I see I'm making money. Now I want to kind of take it serious. You feel me? So I ended up like getting a whole team of people, like the girl who helped me do the ghost writing and really formatting the book, and then getting it as an ebook and getting it for sale on Amazon. I did self-publishing. You know what I'm saying? So I started taking it serious, and then but I still didn't have a marketing strategy. It was just like, I took the first step to really, taking that off the life seriously. But again, being in the strip club, being in the limelight, being, out in the club, you know what I'm saying? I put the book on the back end. And then I would just have posted here and there. But every time I posted the book, I got great feedback. So eventually I was like, you know what? Ain't nobody else. This is when Instagram gets big now. So I'm like, nobody else is like promoting a book and having videos and like actual damn near music videos promoting their book. So that's when I came up with the little trailers for my book. Like, and all my music videos, what I can say is like most of them, like, I was directing them without even knowing that I was directing them. Like I would be behind the camera, I would tell them to film me, and then go behind the camera and be like, no, do it from this angle. This is how I see it. I would come up with the creative vision, like everything. But I didn't know that I was directing at this time. So with my book, with the trailer for my book, I directed all of them, and I didn't really put no thought into the quality or anything. I just call it my homeboy here. Look, here's a couple hundred. We're gonna shoot this. That's in my brain. We would shoot it. It came out cool enough to grab the attention, but I didn't put like crazy thought behind it. Again, I'm just trying to do shit just because I see it working a little bit, but it ain't making me 10, 20,000 what I can make in a strip club. So I'm not putting like my full energy into it. So those videos were getting a lot of feedback, and they also help sell a lot of books. But still, like I said, I'm not making 5 and 10,000 in a day from books, so I would put it on the back end when really I should have came up with a whole marketing strategy and really started taking the author life seriously. So as I'm going through like the last couple of months of like serious depression, like it's so crazy because I'm so vibrant. I don't hold any grudges. I wake up every day positive. I don't think about yesterday. If I get into an argument with someone, I don't think about what we said. Like I keep it moving. So to sit and go through these like dark months by myself, the shit was like absolutely, like it was crazy. Like even having to be strong in front of my son, I spend all day crying because my son like goes to school, he goes to practice and stuff like that. I spend all day crying, driving myself crazy in the house, and then when he comes home, I have to smile, I have to cook dinner, and I have to, hey baby, how's your day? That was like the only joy that I got through those few months was just me seeing my son. There's so many people out there like me that whether you have a platform or you don't, you know what I'm saying? You're just scared to talk about, the dark sides, the struggles, like, and there's many more dark sides and dark stories that I have trying to make it or trying to become who I became and who I'm gonna continue becoming. Like the shit is hard, and sometimes you have to do this shit mentally on your own because of you're thinking about what people are gonna think of you, or how they're gonna perceive you, whether it's family, friends, or your fans. Like all of it plays a role, and you really have to be someone that you're not when really you want to break down. I spent a lot of time like really re-evaluating myself. Now I feel like I have a purpose. Like I never had a dream before. There was never like, oh, I want to be the #1 best-selling author. I want to be the #1 director, or I want to be the #1 musician. Like it was just, the goal was to get some money and to keep me and my family from going broke. Like my only goal was for us not to be broke anymore, me and my family, and that was it. There was no dream. There was no like an extra like push or extra ambition. It just wasn't there until recently, where I really didn't know what I wanted to do in life. That's why if you've been following me for a long time, you see me dibble and dabble in a lot of stuff, and all the time like I meet so many people that be like, bro, what is it that you do? And it's like I'm good at everything because I'm really smart, I'm business oriented, I'm well spoken, I'm from the hood, so I'm relatable, but I'm also crossover, you know what I'm saying? So it's just so much things that I can do and so many things that I've done because I'm a hustler, but none of it was like my passion. And my passion is writing scripts and writing books. Which I don't know is that I went to film production school. I did like a year and a half, but again, like the strip club shit got in the way, and I ended up not graduating and getting my certificate. And I was like right there, but I was making money in a strip club. It was calling, so I didn't finish that, but I did it, and so I do want to go back and finish. But what I'm saying is that like when you're going through those dark sides by yourself, trying to figure out yourself and who you are, it's really, really hard because you feel like people are giving you a time, or people are like, oh, you've been doing this for so long and you're not here yet, or you've been doing this for so long and you're not doing that, or we're watching you on Instagram, or you're on TV and you're not doing that. But then you really have to come to terms. If you think about, if you take in what everybody's saying and you really let that direct you, you're not going to end up good. You know what I'm saying? So it takes you have to become secure with yourself and who you are and where you are to be able to be like, their time is not God's time. You know what I'm saying? Just because, for me, honestly, if I would have gained like some crazy success or like elevation 5 years ago, I wouldn't have been ready. Mentally, I wouldn't have been ready. I wouldn't have been mature enough to handle it. Like, cause I was still 5 years ago making 10 grand and the next day going to spend 10 grand, throwing it on strippers, buying bottles and unnecessary shit. You know what I'm saying? But more recently, I've been into, fixing my credit, paying taxes, like really leveling up and bossing up on the next level. You know what I'm saying? Not letting people see me because I got 3 bricks coming out at the strip club, or because I got bottles popping, that's defining my success for them, or because I'm Miami Tip, this is what I have to do. So you really have to dig in within yourself and really be secure within yourself. And sometimes it takes for you to go through hard times, and sometimes it takes for you to take accountability. So I just realized that outside of me, there's a lot of people, whether, like I said, whether you have a platform or not, there's just a lot of people who feel like they have to live up to a certain standard. You just try so hard chasing after that you drive yourself crazy into deep depression. So I just feel like I wanted my podcast to be more positive. Like, I don't want to spend hours talking about people and their lives and what they got going on, because people are going through what they're going through because that's God's plan. That's part of their journey. That's the journey that God has for them. So they have to go through that. Whether it makes you happy or me happy or not, they have to go through that. Just like whatever I'm going through, whether it makes you happy or them happy or her happy or him happy, you know what I'm saying? This is God's time and God's journey, you know what I'm saying? God knows when I'm ready to elevate, and God, will show me. And just like everything that I've been through this last year, like I planted a lot of seeds for me to elevate, but it was going to take for me to not drink and stop drinking. And like I always used to say that I'm gonna stop drinking, and it would be because I was so fucked up and I had a hangover. I'd be like, I'm not gonna drink anymore. But I knew that once I got rid of that hangover, I was gonna be drinking. You feel me? So this time around, one day, I just started realizing, like, it's a bunch of people with a lot of crazy videos. Yeah, I'm a fun drunk. Yeah, I was a fun drunk. You know what I'm saying? I was the life of the party. Yeah, and that's cool and dandy, but it was like, I started realizing, like, damn, these people is posting me looking crazy, wig off, breasts out, throwing up, gang signs, or throwing up period, you feel me? But nobody's reposting my book. Nobody's reposting the promo for my book. Nobody's reposting my e-commerce store. Nobody's reposting how great of a mother I am. And you know what? And then I had to realize nobody owes you to do that, but you're the one getting drunk and acting a fool and entertaining everybody and acting like a clown. You feel me? So if that's not what you want people promoting, or you don't want them presenting you as, then you have to change. You have to walk in a different direction. You have to not get drunk. You know what I'm saying? You have to promote your book. You have to give them your book. You have to show them, yeah, I get up and I take my son to practice, or I deal with my son and I'm a real mom. You know what I'm saying? For a long time, I hid my son because social media and people are crazy. But yeah, so you have to, if you want people to see you in a different light, you have to walk in a different light. And I really had to come to terms with that. But it took a lot. Like this was like, it was a blessing and a curse. The same thing with my fall. Like my fall, was one of the worst, most traumatic experiences of my life. But I feel like it was a blessing in disguise. So these last 3 months that I went through depression and a dark side, like I hated it. I hated everything about the process. But when I came out on the other side, I was able to understand it. And I feel like I'm so blessed that, people videoing me or me getting drunk and me doing stupid shit. That's what it took for me to really take accountability and to really move forward and be able to elevate. So now it's like I have a direct plan in life. I have more purpose. You know what I'm saying? I had a friend that asked me, like, who's your idol? Like, who do you feel like influences you? And my idol is my mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look up to my mom, like, with everything. Like, I respect her resilience. I respect the fact that she never gave up. I respect the fact that she kept her kids with her, single parent, went through everything, kept us by her side. Like, I respect and I idolize my mom so much. So when I said my mom, he was like, nah, that's a given. Your mom is like, that's your first love. That's everything you look up to. Who do you look up to as far as like success, and like, who do you want to be like? And I'm like, I never thought about like having an idol or looking up to people. You know how people like fan over Beyonce or fan over different people. I don't fan over nobody. I don't idolize nobody. I don't look up to nobody. I don't study nobody. So I'm like, damn, that's crazy. I don't have someone like that. So then I started doing research on different people that I do like, and you know what I'm saying, and that like Tyler Perry is a very powerful person. Steve Harvey is a very powerful person. So then I started watching, powerful, impactful YouTube videos by these guys, what they went through in their life. And what I realized is that a lot of successful people went through their backstory is kind of like mine. Like I could relate, and it was like, oh wow, these people are not just the celebrities or the big millionaires that I thought they was. Like they really have a story. They really have a relatable story at that. So now I'm listening to powerful YouTube videos, and I'm just surrounding myself with more positive influences. And now I can say that my idol or somebody that I look up to is Tyler Perry. Like I really admire his strength. I really admire everything that he built from scratch, from nothing. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z is another person that I've always liked Jay-Z, but I've never really like studied, and he's another powerful person. So now when I wake up, these are the things that I'm surrounding myself with. I'm surrounding myself with positive affirmations and positive influences versus before I'm waking up listening to fucking music that just craziness, nothing, something, or being on Instagram scrolling for hours, and that shit it ain't gonna get me nowhere. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? I just had to change my thought process, and that was one of the ways. And then another question he asked is like, I don't think this was a question, but he was like, you need to surround yourself with successful people. You don't have anyone like you don't have an example of what success is. You don't have an example of what a successful marriage is, because I am someone that wants to get married, but my mom wasn't married. I don't come from a big family where the mom and dad was together for years, and you know what I'm saying? I come from a broken background, and I don't have all my friends is like strippers and drug dealers, you feel me, and hustlers. Like but I probably got one or two that made it to be real entrepreneurs, but they my friends, and I've been friends with them from when they was down to when they up. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like regular. It's like I'm not about to be ass kissing to my friends just because they done made it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? But that's the ignorance in me. It's not me looking at my friends and like, damn, like they did it, so I can do it. I'm just comfortable in my zone where I'm at, making money in the strip club. You feel me? So it really took for me those questions from my friend, which I feel like God put him in my life just for those questions during that hard time that I was having. And those questions, believe it or not, really helped change my direction in life, my path in life. And I'm not perfect, you know what I'm saying? Like, but what I did also implement into my life is spending less time on Instagram, because you're spending time on Instagram, and then by naturally I'm just gonna respond to stupidness, or make a judgment on someone, or make an opinion on someone that it doesn't even matter. Like what they're doing, why are you worried about what this girl wearing? Why are you worried about this girl drunk pussy popping on a headstand? Like that's not your business. You feel me? Like you got books to write, scripts to write. Girl, you got stuff to do. Go worry about that. Why are these people don't care about your opinion. If it's not positive, I don't want to be involved. So I'm trying to elevate as a person. I feel like there's a lot of people out there, like I was saying, that really go through these dark moments and go through them alone. And I went through these moments alone, and I feel like I probably had to get to have the strong mindset that I have now. But it wasn't fun, and I feel like if I had someone, it would have been easier. It just would have been different. And I feel like the reason I didn't have anyone is because I felt like I still feel like it's not normal to be vulnerable. It's not normal to show your dark side, on Instagram or on social media, period, or with your family and friends. Like, you feel like you have to put on a front. You can't just be yourself and be like, look, bro, I'm broke as fuck. I know I just made 10 million, but I'm broke as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Or you can't say like, damn, today was a bad day. You feel like people don't expect you to have a bad day, so you can't have a bad day, so you can't put on that front. You feel me? So my podcast is called Elevate with Tip. It's no longer Mind Your Business Tip. It's called Elevate with Tip. My podcast, this is episode 1. I just wanted to give y'all a breakdown of where I'm at mentally, you know what I'm saying, and what you can expect on my podcast. So really, I want to, shed light on mental health, positive affirmations. I want manifesting, just nothing but positivity. And like, obviously I do want to do, you will see me do interviews with influencers or celebrities or different doctors and stuff like that, but I don't want it to be about the gossip, like, oh nigga, you just had another baby, why? Like, no, I want to interview and talk with people. I want to know like your struggles and what it took for you to get to where you got and to where you are, and the dark side of things, and was it hard, and how you came out of it, and how I want to hear about the struggles and shed light on why people are where they are and how hard they had to work, and everything that they went through to get there, and the grind, and what I'm saying, just the positive side of things versus worrying about how many kids they got, why they was with this girl last night, why she was with this nigga, why is her body done, why she got her breasts done, why her butt bigger, why she, what I'm saying, like, I don't want to do that side. Like, I really want to shed, like, because through these episodes also, y'all are going to see everything that I'm going to tell you guys, like, everything that I went through in life to get to where I'm at. It's like a bittersweet story, and everybody has a bittersweet story, and I just want to speak positivity into everyone. All 2023, we thinking bigger, we thinking different, we moving different. What I'm saying? Like, this is the year that we just gonna be positive, peace, love, and happiness. You feel me? That's it. So this is episode 1 of Elevate with Tips. So y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It will be on YouTube. It will be on every platform. But y'all just make sure y'all engage, y'all get into it, because it's gonna be nothing but straight authenticity. I ain't always gonna be dressed up, but yes, my outfit today is from Stay Fly all year round. Y'all make sure y'all shop Stay Fly all year round, what I mean? But yes, I ain't always gonna be dressed up, because that ain't always gonna be my mood. You feel me? If I'm having a fucked up day and I'm going through some shit and I wanna tell y'all, I wanna show y'all, I wanna be like, look, y'all don't go through this, or if y'all go through this, handle it this way. Or I might ask y'all like, look, I went through some shit, I need your help, I need y'all advice. What do y'all recommend? But it's gonna be all positivity. I don't want no negativity. Like, because that's not where I'm at in life. And mentally, I can't even, like, as soon as it's negativity, I'm blocking your ass. You feel me? But yes, like I said, I'm working on myself. This is a journey. This is a process. I am enjoying the process. However, I am not perfect. So I don't need y'all, if I fuck up, talking about me. If I fuck up, tell me, look, sis, you falling back. You know what I'm saying? That ain't elevating to, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Help us out. We're here to help each other out. Some people don't have that around them, within their friends and family and close circles. Somebody pointing out, now you being too cocky. That's too much ego now. Bring yourself down. You feel me? You don't have nobody to lead you right. And that's what I want this podcast to be about. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is. Positivity, peace, love, and happiness all 2023. We ain't doing nothing but manifesting and elevating. It's Elevate with Tip.